Hey guys, what's good? This is Saint Kylo, and this is my juicy mixtape.
So, first of all, thank you for being here.
Hey.
Super excited to chat with you.
Thank you for having me.
Saint Kylo is such a strong name. Where did it come from?
Whew. So I used to go by the name Riot Jones, and then that was the name of my band. And then when I left, it was like everybody's like, "Dang, that's like you're gonna lose such a cool name."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why don't you take the name with you?" And I was like, "Nah, I just don't want to fight with nobody."
Yeah.
So I just was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna come up with a new name, new songs." And then I was thinking like, what am I gonna call myself, right? So my Instagram handle used to be Kieran, but I put lo-fi in the middle, so it's like Kylo Firen. And this is before Star Wars, right? And then when Star Wars came out, everyone was like, "Yo, did you just like take the name from Kylo Ren?" I was like, "Nah, dude." But then so everybody would call me like Kylo.
Yeah.
All the like Riot Jones fans see my Instagram, they'd be like, "Hey, you're Kylo from Riot Jones, right?" So when I came out, I was like, okay, I could call myself just Kylo, but I was like, just like 3-4 that I just called
Kylos, yeah.
And I was like, okay lah, since it's like my journey solo, like my journey to sainthood, Kylo. So yeah,
Love it.
Sounded cool.
It's cool. It's a super cool name and unique, and it's like something that you can really remember. Except me, who's apparently I'm dyslexic, and I kept calling you King Kylo.
Yeah, you called me King Kylo in the email.
Yeah, and I was just like saying it. I was like, King Kylo, and they're like, Apshi, it's Saint. And I was like, I've been reading it everywhere as Saint, and then my brain is saying King.
It's all good. I was just like, oh, it's so sweet. You call me King. Like, you're good, King. What's up, Queen? Yeah.
So when people listen to your mixtape, what's the journey they're gonna go on?
I think they're just gonna have fun. I think sometimes I think music has a side where a lot of people talk about where it's like you put a lot of thought, a lot of serious, relatable stuff into it. I think the way I write most of the time is about having fun, and I think that the mixtape is a lot of who I see myself as. It's how I see my music being accepted. It's just fun. It's groovy, you know.
Yeah.
It's just I just want people to dance, feel good for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's the aspect of my job I take the most pride in as well. Like I just want people to have fun.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're feeling down or whatever, you turn on a funky song and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it aside. I'm gonna dance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand in my bathroom and look at myself, and I'm at the Grammys and I'm just dancing.
Exactly. I think like you know, you could be having like such a bad day, and then you just pop on like Jill Scott's Golden, and you're like, whoo, like you're just in the mood and you feel yourself. And I think that's the most important thing, lah. Like I use music as an escape, and I think that's what I want my music to come across as, and I think the music I listen to comes across that. So yeah, just have fun with it.
Healthy, happy vices.
Yeah.
So you're a single bad, genuinely had us all bopping along.
Thank
So what's in the secret sauce of creating a funky song?
Ooh, you gotta. Okay, with funk, right? With funk, I'll tell everybody this. I think you're born to do funk. You can't fake the funk. You gotta have an attitude to you. And I think like with the song, it's just a lot of who I am in it. You know, like I wanted to give like something different than my old band sound, but I also wanted it to feel and resemble who I am. And so like the funky, grimy, dirty, quirky, kind of naughty vibe, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's
So that's the recipe.
yeah, that's the recipe.
So who are your biggest influences?
Okay, I think like the people I grew up listening to who shaped a lot of what I really like in terms of sound. Jamiroquai, yeah, it's my favorite band of all time. Like JK to me is the quintessential frontman. I like a lot of MJ, Prince, James Brown. I grew up on a lot of BB King. My dad, you know, my dad's a huge blues fan, so I grew up with a lot of soul, jazz,
yeah.
funk, and I think that shaped a lot of my sound now. And even the artists I like nowadays are very much skewed towards those genres. So like, for example, like let's see, Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars. I like Shaka. Shaka's his UK artist. He's crazy. The way the guy writes, he's like very storyteller. And people like Riley Ritchie. A lot of people don't know Riley Ritchie, but they do know him. So he was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
The guy whose girlfriend was her right hand, Khaleesi's right hand. What's her name? The girl with the big curly
I
hair.
didn't finish Game of
You
Thrones.
didn't watch Game of Thrones? But yeah, Riley is in
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, he's really
Multi-talented.
cool. Yeah, very multi-talented. Yeah. So yeah.
So transitioning from being part of a band to going solo,
Yeah.
what was the hardest part and what was the easiest part?
The hardest part was, I think, when you're in a band with that many people. Like, I swear we had.
How many
so many
people
members.
were in the band?
9.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, and I was like contemplating even adding more, and I was like, damn, 2 more members, and I'm going to change the band name to like Liverpool or Mexican or something. Play football. And then, but yeah, I think it's just the responsibility. You have a lot more responsibility when you're solo. But I took it on. You know, I wasn't afraid of it. It was new when I came out. It felt like, okay, I have no one around me to help anymore. Like I can't rely and test my opinions on things with anyone.
On someone who's as equally invested at least. Yeah.
And so I think having that, it was a scary thing, but it turned into a good thing because then I had to just trust my gut and really just say like, okay, like I think this is the step that I'm going to take. I'm going to take it. And so I think I like being solo a lot more because I get to work at my own pace.
Yeah.
I'm not relying on everybody else's timeline, everybody else's schedule, everybody's opinion. It's just me.
Yeah.
And I get done what I want to be done. And yeah, but I still have a band though behind me, like a backing band, but they're all sessionists. But yeah, it's my project.
Yeah, I think it's also like, I mean, I guess it's hard in a sense you have to be accountable to yourself.
Yeah.
Like there's not other people to hold you accountable. But that's also, I guess, both the best and the worst of it.
Yeah. I think like having that experience in a band helped me so much. Like I got to learn so much. And I think like when I left, I was very ready to just like do this by myself because I knew I had like what it takes.
Yeah.
I knew what I needed to get done. I knew what I had to do.
Yeah.
And I just
You just bet on yourself.
I just bet on myself.
Yeah.
And I did it right before the pandemic.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. I swear, right? The time where I left the band was it like
So
this-
end of 2019?
Yes, or January 2020.
Okay.
January 2020, and I left early. It was such a crazy time because 2019, right? Jones had like our biggest year yet at that time, and like the Netflix thing, good vibes, and we were about to drop a song with Sona.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were going to shoot the music video, and I left 1 week before the video.
Wow. So you would have been really like I mean, if to leave at a point like that, you were like ready to.
I was thinking about it already, and I don't know, it just felt like the right time. Everybody was like, yo, that's crazy, dude. You're gonna leave, like, you worked so hard for 4 years, you built the band, and you're just gonna leave. And I was like, I don't know, it just feels right.
That's when you know, right?
Yeah, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And I just left, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that those kind of decisions that there's no knowing what's right or wrong. You just got to do what feels
Yeah,
good.
it felt right. And I
Yeah.
think looking back throughout the whole pandemic, if I didn't leave, it would have been far worse. Yeah, so it turned out really well. And
So
I think
were
that's
you
what I
able
did.
to use that time during the pandemic to kind of figure out what you were going to do on your own?
Yeah, I had a inkling in a direction. I was just like, I think it was just a matter of like how I was going to execute it during the pandemic, because I was already starting to work on new stuff like as soon as I left, and then I started putting people around me that I wanted to work with since like I was in the band, and then and then when the pandemic happened, then it was just figuring out how I was going to do it while everything was under lockdown and everything was like.
And heavy feelings and all of that.
Yeah, and I didn't expect it to go that long. I think nobody did, right? And that was tough, but...
And the endless lockdowns, I mean, I guess they can be great for the creative process, but it's also like, this wasn't a choice.
Yeah, it was... I think at first it was like, okay, you can sit and create, right?
Time, yeah.
And then after that, it was like, okay, when is it gonna open? Like, I want to play. Like, that's the only thing I like doing. So it's...
Like feed off the energy of the audience,
Yeah.
and I've seen videos of you performing. It's like electric.
Thank you.
Truly.
Thank you.
So growing up, did you ever make a mixtape for a crush?
Yeah.
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 What songs did you put on it?
At that time, you had to have like Mario's "Let Me Love You."
Oh,
you gotta
yes.
be sweet. But I think like growing up, right? I think like my music taste was a lot different than a lot of people. I think in school, like telling people like, hey, do I listen to BB King? Or it's a bit tough because everybody in school was like, yo, I like Akon.
Yeah, it was on the radio.
Yeah, Little Asian Ticky's favorite song, right? But yeah, it's like
belly dancer.
Belly dancer. It changed her life. I saw that too. It's cute. She's so adorable. But I think mixtapes. I think music's always been a way of communicating.
Communicating.
Yeah.
So if you were to make a mixtape for a crush right now, what's the number one song you put on it?
Ooh. That's tough. That's a tough one. I gotta think about that. Okay, let me think.
Putting you on the spot here.
Yeah. I think okay, D'Angelo's Untitled.
Okay.
That's song number one. Like, so you set the mood.
Yeah, get the mood going.
Get the mood going. D'Angelo's Untitled.
So you're an MMA fan, right?
Yes, huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So if you were to fight in the ring,
Oof.
what song would you want to play as your entrance music?
That's easy. Thought about this one. Electra Deluxe. Let's go to work.
All right.
That song. Those horns kick in. Oh, that's
power when you
that's
walk
time to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second song on your mixtape is Canned Heat.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
So if you were to can a feeling or a sensation, what would it be?
Ooh.
And when would you choose to open it up?
Euphoria. I would can Euphoria. And
What
I
would
would
be the
open it
moment?
up every morning so I'd be happy.
Every single morning start with a dose of Euphoria.
Every morning.
if only we could do that, right?
I wish. I would never be sad again.
But would you ever truly be happy if you were never sad?
That's very true. That's too deep.
Getting too deep, lah.
That's
I can't help it. So often when talking to people, we can see a sense of who they are in the way they dress. You know, you have a great sense of style. What's the distinct difference in an outward expression of Saint Kylo versus Kieran Thomas?
I think Saint Kylo is the performer, very much like who Riot Jones was. He's confident. He's daring. He's willing to be electric, to set fire to stages. I think he's who I idealistically see myself as. But Kieran Thomas is just me. I'm shy. At home I'm not dressed in like this. I'm always in my like super like baggy t-shirt, my super short shorts. Yeah, I'm like simple, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that separation of character gives me something to look forward to.
And also keeps a part of yourself a bit sacred, right? I think as a performer, you have to give a lot.
Yeah, I think like Kieran Thomas is shy. He's humble. He's a lover. I want always to make people happy. I always try to make people laugh. And I think like Saint Kylo is just daring. He's not afraid of anyone. He's who I want to be. And it's like, I think that's why I look forward to performing so much, because I get to be Saint Kylo. I get to be that Riot Jones, not the band, the character that I created for myself. Riot Jones. I get to be that character, and it's something I look forward to. It's me and my best self, I think. And not saying that I'm a bad person or anything. It's just, you know, it's like I have that ideal person. Like he's confident.
It's like you kind of go on stage and you're like, I'm on.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah.
And he switches.
But how did that sort of evolution happen the way, like, you know, in becoming Saint Kylo?
I think it started because I have very bad stage fright.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very bad.
Bro, I would not have been able to tell.
Really bad. I like, wait, I'm gonna take a pillow.
Yeah.
But like, stage fright. Like, even when I'm playing like two people or like an acoustic show somewhere, I
would think playing for an audience of 2 is probably scarier than playing for an audience of 50, right?
Yes, I swear 20,000 is so much easier than 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 is like they judge you, use 2.
And you can really see them looking at you.
You must be
You can't play to the back of the room.
Exactly. But yeah, I think like I have stage fright, really bad, like stage fright. I lost the question. I was trying to think of something.
You know, it's okay. No, I was asking you like how did that evolution of like Saint Kylo come to be?
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. So like I said, stage fright, very, very bad stage fright. A lot of doubt, and I used to perform and like I would catch myself thinking so much during the performance, and like even if like I was doing good, I would be thinking like, okay, I'm doing good. Like, am I keeping it? And then I'll mess up, and then my hands would shake, my feet would shake, and I'd be like so scared, I'd be sweating profusely. And then I still remember it was Urbanscapes 2012. I got to perform. Jin gave me a slot, and I put my band together for the first time. And I told myself if I went up, that was the time with Beyonce, and then she came up with the term like Sasha Fierce.
Yes.
So then I came up with the character, and I was like, okay, just pretend to be somebody else when you're up there. Be the most confident you can be. And yeah, and so I came up with Riot Jones. And that's how the character came up. And so I kept it with me for a long time until I had that band, and then I named the band that, like, that based on the character. And then, yeah. So it's, that character has evolved into Saint Kylo. And I think he's like Riot Jones, but not as reckless. He's smarter. He's more experienced.
It's also with stage fright, if you can kind of put that on before you go on stage, there is a like, you know, okay, I'm somebody else for this moment.
Yeah.
Somebody who's not doesn't have stage fright.
Yeah, exactly. And I think those nerves, they're a great thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're
you don't want to be complacent.
Yeah. It makes me feel like I care.
Yeah.
I care about the show, you know, and I feel good. Like, yeah. Even if I'm playing like an acoustic show somewhere, I still feel scared. I still feel like I want to do the best that I can do. Yeah.
We always have extremely high standards for ourselves, right?
Yeah. That's Kieran Thomas right there. Has too high standards for himself. Saint Kylo doesn't care.
Saint Kylo's like, I did my thing.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You like me. Kieran's like, I want everybody to like me.
That's very endearing though, to have those, you know, those distinctions. So your Insta bio quotes Keith Richards, music speaks in emotions. If it's in the bones, it's in the bones. Did you always feel that musical calling in your bones?
Yeah, it's the only thing I always wanted to do. Like, initially growing up, like my family's into like football in a big way. My uncle used to be like a former national coach and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was pretty good at that, and everyone thought I was just going to be a footballer. But I was like, it's just like something I have fun doing in the weekends. Like music's the only thing I've wanted to do ever since I remember. I've never been the kid who was like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be this, that. I want to be a rock star. Yeah. Still remember my first day of like A-levels. I went to physics class. I did A-levels. My dad wanted me to be a doctor.
Asian parents, you know, can't evade it as hard as you try.
Exactly. And then, so they asked us to all introduce ourselves, and then tell like your name, your age, and what you want to do. So everyone in the class was like, I'm 20, and I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. Doctor, lawyer. And the teachers came to me, and I was like, hi, Kieran, I'm 18, and I want to be a rock star. And then everyone started laughing, and then she's like, if you want to be a rock star, then why are you taking physics and A-levels? I say, because I want to be a smart rock star. And then, so
it worked out?
Yeah, I hope it's working out.
So your first single has recently come out with a badass music video. I feel like we're seeing you at this tipping point. So what's next for Saint Kylo?
Okay, so when, like during the pandemic, like I had this song like for a year. Like we shot the videos a while ago, like I think in December.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we shot in December, and then I think we were just waiting for everything to fully open up because I'm very much a live performer, and I didn't want to just drop a track during the pandemic and not be able to go out and play it and test it out in audiences. So I just kept recording a bunch of stuff, and then now that this is released, the goal is to drop new songs every 2 months.
Nice. Yeah, so will we see an album anytime soon?
Hopefully next year. So like I think I will drop like 5 songs, and then I'll just add 5 more and put in an album. Yeah, so 5 songs, 10 months. Yeah, you'll get albums hopefully next year.
Mid next year. That's so exciting. So what was the first live gig you did since the pandemic?
Ooh.
And how was it? What was it like?
That was pressure. Oh, I have so much pressure. Like it was at W Hotel.
Yep.
And it was a closed event, limited seating, but it was pretty cool because I got to test out all the new material with an audience for the first time, right? And it's like super like nerve-wracking because a lot of people who came for the show know me all from the open. Yeah, and
it's vulnerable to show your art like that.
scary. So
Because
much
you
pressure.
care so much, you put so much heart into it.
I was so scared, and then after the first set, I got a standing ovation, and I was like,
What?
yeah. And
Yes!
then I was like, that's not even like the hype stuff yet. The hype stuff's coming up. But yeah, it was really cool, and I think it validated everything that I was doing during the pandemic, because it's so easy to feel like everything you're doing is not leading anywhere, and like because you're waiting, you're spending so much time, but you're not seeing any result, right? And so being able to like finally play it and see their reactions to it, and to get people dancing right away. Like usually the first, like if you're doing 2 sets, the first set's where everybody's like pretty chill and calm and stuff, right? But yeah, everybody was dancing by the first set. I was like, cool.
You just have that effect on people.
yeah.
So my last question, what's your current song on repeat?
My current song on repeat.
Every time I ask this question, everybody gets stumped.
Yeah, I think it's always like a bunch of songs. Right?
Okay, you can give me a top 3 as well.
Top 3.
Oh, is that harder?
That's I think because the songs on repeat, like I've been listening yesterday's for like I have a gig today, so I'm just trying to learn the lyrics. But I would say STFU, Riley Ritchie. It almost made the playlist. It almost did. That was number 11. I took it out. But I think STFU. It's a yeah. I like that song a lot. It's direct. I don't know. Yeah. And I think what else? I've been listening to Can Heat a lot, like by Jamiroquai. Like that's I don't know.
It makes me want to dance. Honestly,
it is, right? It is, and I feel like at a time like now, where there is a lot of pressure with releasing, right? I think sometimes it's just about not caring and just having fun. So that song takes me away from overthinking. Just go with it, have fun, dance, right? And what will be this song? My song lah.
Yeah, yes.
Song loop, trying to get them plays up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you look at the location of all the songs, it's my house.
That's me, like on YouTube. It did all our videos just playing in the background.
We get them
to get the views up.
Yeah, on mute.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Okay.
That was great.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. That's so nice of y'all to have me.
Nice. No,
Pleasure.
thank you.
Thank you. You know, dance. Life's too short to be too serious all the time. Have fun. Let loose.